Hi guys, welcome to Keeping It Fresh episode 1. This episode is a treasure hunt with a twist. All you'll need for this is basically a piece of paper and a pen. Okay, so with the treasure hunt that I do for my wife Stace is I make up a riddle, which is usually an inside joke between Stace and I. Usually something smart-assy, something funny that she'll enjoy, or something loving. It's made up of 2 parts. The first part is a clue, which is usually a riddle that she has to decipher. The clue will basically take her to either a rough area to start looking in, or it's an exact location. A rough area would be, for example, a room, or an exact location would be like an object to look in. The second part of the treasure hunt is a hint. Generally, the hint will help her to decipher the riddle if she didn't get it in the first place. And at the end, it could be, you could have a prize for her, or some flowers or something loving, or mix it up a bit. I generally do 4 or 5, so just a little 10-15 minutes little activity. I find it fun to make, and Stacey loves to hunt around for the little clues. That's it in a nutshell, basically. If it's an area, it's generally a lot harder to find. When I say area, I mean like a room, and not a specific location. So if it's not, for example, in a cupboard or in a shoebox, if it's just a room, you can use the hint that you provided to help them find the treasure even easier. Now, since almost all the riddles of the treasures and jokes in these are inside jokes with this taste of me, I'll explain the first one in this video, just so you understand it. I keep all my cameras, tripods and film lights in my study generally, and my lenses and stuff like that, microphones. So my wife always takes items of mine that generally I keep in the study, but if I'm using them outside of the study and they're not in the study, they're in the wrong place. Yeah, so Stace has got this out of sight, out of mind mentality. I don't know where something is, chances are Stace has put it in the study. So that's how this first riddle came about. When she opened up the note, the clue was cinematic dumping ground. So what that meant, cinematic, because it's where I keep my cameras and my lenses and all that stuff, and dumping ground from where she dumps my stuff for being in the wrong place. So take a look at this video of me giving Stace the first note. For the hint for this particular treasure, the hint was out of sight, out of mind, to help her understand, a bit more where the treasure was located.
What is it?
Are you excited? You don't look too excited.
I'm excited. But what is it?
It's just a fun game I thought would be fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I open it?
You can open it. What does it say?
It's a cinematic dumping ground.
Yes, it does.
I don't get it.
It's a clue game. Think of like how he got engaged.
It's in study because it's dumping ground.
Let's go have a look.
It was fun.
That was for basically an area for her to look in. So the answer to that obviously was our study. It wasn't super easy because she knew where to look, but once she was at the location, it took her a while, but she did find it in the end, so that's great. So if you use an exact location, like I discussed earlier, it's usually on or in an object, but I try to keep it out of direct sight, so they still have to look for it a little bit. So 3 examples I used in this video was our fish tank, our juicer, and our wireless keyboard. Even when using an exact location, I still like to keep the riddles personal or inside jokes. So for example, one of them, I was using the fish tank as the location for where the next treasure would be. And again, just a bit of backstory so you'll understand this. Generally with the fish tank maintenance, I do 99% of it, water changes and stuff, but Stacey's job is to clean the glass with the magnetic glass cleaner. You guys know what I'm talking about, but she never does that, ever. And I mock her for it all the time. So for the clue for that one, read, a job you were assigned, but never do. And in the video, she laughs and she gets it straight away. She didn't even need the hint for that one. The hint was Nemo, again to direct her towards the fish tank, and in which she went straight there and she found it, which was great. So the hint really does help put 2 and 2 together if they are struggling a bit.
A job you were a job you were assigned but never do ever. I already know there's a hint, but it's the fish cleaning the glass of the fish tank.
What's the hint say?
Nemo. Oh, this is cool. There's a little box in here.
So that's a rough idea of what I use if it's an exact, location in an exact item. And once you've figured out the clue and whether or not she needed the hint, and she finds where it is, there'll be another note with another clue and another hint, and then it just repeats itself. And then you've got to obviously come up with another clue, another riddle for them. But I'm sure you've got plenty of inside jokes, with your wife or partner, and it's just more personal that way, I find, and they appreciate the effort that you've put in. You can have as many of these as you want. I generally keep them to 4 or 5. So yeah, it's basically a personal treasure hunt with a twist, as I've called it, in that you're drawing on your own personal experiences that you've shared with your partner or in your own home. So give it a go. Let me know what you guys think, and if your partners like it too, fantastic. If not, I'll come up with another idea for the next episode. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, see you guys. Bye.